Water is the softest and most yielding substance, yet nothing is better than water for overcoming the hard and rigid, because nothing can compete with it. Lao Tzu.
Name straight, new wave. Name straight, new wave. Name straight, new wave. Name straight, new wave. Name straight, new wave.
Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
Cash and the ticket is yours. Cash and the ticket is yours.
Back. It's a brand new season of CGL.
This is just an absolute treat. These players are so damn good.
The talent on these teams is undeniable. Everybody on every team right now is making plays.
It's going to be an exciting start to the season, and it'll just get better from here on out.
We're about to step to a whole new era of Overwatch esports. So much exciting action is happening here on CGL that you do not want to miss.
Look who's starting it all off. It's Raven. No one necessarily figure out what is the right way to go just yet.
What a nice roll through him. It's just gonna solidify everything for Mythos.
Does come back, and Arsario gets the mech, but I don't need a mech. I'll kill 4 anyway.
This is just a highlight reel for Arsario right now.
They're making a statement in the EU Masters here.
This patch is still incredibly fresh. There's so much to learn, so much to change about the way we play the game.
NKC, but the shatter is colossal.
Let's get it going.
Trades keep coming through. Laura, is he gonna be able to find these shots true?
Idu on the overclock with 2.
Here comes an athlete immediately goes back to find skills, slicing and dicing their way through 2, 3, so back and forth.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the mid-season tournament here in CGL Season 14. Vectreon, there is a lot of Overwatch happening today here. We've got a doubleheader with us, and then I think a few more matches in the NA side spec, so gonna be a very big day.
Yeah, I mean, especially I feel like during the first half of the very end of the mid-season tournament this week, it's so jam-packed with action. We just have a huge volume of games to get through, and especially towards the end, those could go pretty long. So, I mean, the Overwatch action is not going to stop any time soon. Of course, this is the first game of the day. We've got our EU Open matchup between Big Ballers and Carpe Diem. I mean, this is one I actually can't wait to get my fangs into either, because both of these teams I've got a bit of a vested interest in. I really cannot wait to see what they can do in the server. Of course, as you mentioned, Flesh, not the only game today. It's another one with us, and then I think another 2, one would assume. Well, here we go. Yep, we've got EMC Helheim v Team EXE, sorry. The rematch, that's going to be immediately after this one. And Special Forces, OTP, going to be playing the God Stack for our final EU game of the day. So triple header on the better region. And then over on NA, we've got Enenra taking on Broken 20p Fan Club at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so a little bit later.
Yeah, I mean, so much, and I mean, that might not even be all. I think that there is a chance that there is a second North American match. So, 4 matches guaranteed, 5 matches a possibility for sure. So, keep that notification bell on. There's a pretty good chance that we just don't go away ever. We're stuck here, trapped, locked door. But, yeah, so we do have a matchup here between Big Ballers and Carpe Diem here in the first round of this EUPC Open tier. One team sitting at 3 and 1 is Carpe Diem. Their only loss comes at the hands of a forfeit, though. So take that as you will. Obviously, don't know how that match would have gone if they had played it. But on the other side, Big Ballers sitting at 4-0. I think that forfeit, could make this a team between 2 teams that could have potentially been undefeated.
Yeah, and as well, the forfeit was against Yuri Mirai, who of course was also able to make it to the mid-season tournament, so it's probably the likelihood even.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, if Carpe did end up winning that game, they probably wouldn't be here against Big Ballers to begin with. They'd probably be on another match against another team. But here we've got Big Ballers. First lineup here has got Yibze.
I think Yibze?
Yibze?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the pronunciation, guys. Zhao on the DPS, Golden Pants on the tank, Baal and Ace on that backline. 4-0. What else can you say about them? They are looking very good early on here in this EUPC Open tier.
Do we see even more queens today, Fletch? It felt inescapable yesterday. Today, I don't know, might even continue through. We'll see what their opponents are like, though, as, of course, Big Bulldogs are going to be playing Carpe Diem for this match. Take a gander at their roster. They've got Yui, 0-0, Machu, Natnif, and Lexa. Machu, I've got to say, is an incredibly old player. He's probably like 25 or something, so 1 foot in the grave already. He's a very known Reinhardt OTP, essentially. So that's going to be something we expect to be seeing. And he's half retired, as a lot of Overwatch players are. He's been competing for a very, very long time. Natnif, a little bit younger, but recently voted to have an aura of a D tier in the new TMZ tier list. That's UK University Esports, for those who care. And the rest of the players are going to be probably matching that.
That is a very exclusive list you're talking about.
It's like me, but no, there's Yui, 0-0, and Lexa probably going to be matching that tier of personality. So we should have a pretty lively lobby on our hands here.
Yeah, I mean, it should be fun. I'm really, really excited. Like, you usually do not see, like, close first round games. I am not sure that we had a 3-1 yet, or you know, maybe only 1 or 2 3-1s. Definitely no 3-2s. I think we streamed a 1-3-2 all season, and that was a couple of weeks ago on SNO. But I think that this could potentially be one of the closest first round matches that we've seen. Carpe Diem, you know, having to go against you know, a potentially stronger team than they would have because of that forfeit, and Big Ballers, you know, facing that same fate because they went 4-0 and they still have to go a team that has won every match that they've played. So this is going to be, I feel like, an insane match as we, you know, get geared up for map number 1, which is going to be Oasis.
Yep, it's going to be the only preset map in this tournament, just to make it so we've got something that's fair to start on. I believe we're changing it as the rounds go deeper and deeper. We've had a lot of round 1s over the past couple of weeks. After that, it's map choice locked in, a la old Overwatch League Season 6 style rules, but it's loser's pick for what the actual map is. I think we can take a look at the map pool as well, if possible, so we can illustrate that point. As you can also see, we've got Flash and Push rolled into one, so those are going to be the same game mode as it is in OWCS. Map pool, not going to be here. Instead, we're going straight into Oasis to keep the action rolling. We've seen a lot of different strats here, but the same kind of storyline is going to emerge. University likely to be a bit more brawly. It's going to be the city center, it's going to be a bit more divey, and Gardens, a bit of a halfway house.
Alright, well, let's see if this halfway house is going, as most of these maps here are in Overwatch, but just waiting to see what these players are going to come out on. And it's a half and half, but not exactly the half and half I expected.
Bull and Reinhardt. This is almost similar to what we were seeing yesterday with it was Everfrog Esports, Ryan Carey. The Bull comp, this is actually cooked. I have no idea how they've come up with this.
Alright, well, let's see if the chefs are Michelin or not. As we get into Garden, you see Golden Pants swinging through. Gets a little bit of a slam down as Machu tries to take control of this high ground with the rest of Carpe Diem. Golden Pants does not want to let that happen, unfortunately. Wrecking Ball does not have much say in that matter unless they're going to roll through these players. Golden Pants able to escape death there for a moment. Going to get in and slam, but a nice little boop denies the damage. So Golden Pants still trying to find some kind of early value. Going to roll right back through as this point is incredibly contested here early. Nobody even close to falling just yet. Fire Strike out there onto Zhao, who will just back around the corner and stay alive. Not Lexa with anti for a second. Able to stay in this fight. The roll through spin to win here for Golden Pants. Going to get in there, going to slam on the back line of Carpe Diem, and that is what's going to open the door there for Zhao and Ace to get in this fight and find one each. And it should be Big Ballers grabbing this first fight.
The reason that fight went so long is because both of these comps have very little kill pressure on the other one, right? There's not the damage to crack through the Ryan shield, there's not the CC to burn through the Bull HP, and so they both just kind of sit there waiting for the other person to make a mistake. Big Ballers there, they decide to force their own. They go for just a bunch of resources dumped in and a big slam and dive. They're able to convert off of it, but into that top right. That's going to be pretty tricky. This time, though, it's a mirror, Tracer, Ash from Carpe Diem as well.
But Zhao is just clicking heads right now, and Golden Pants able to clean up on that opposite Ash, and able to somehow get away, but this Frog, not Lexa, just wants to track this rat down, but no dice there for Big Ballers.
No, so 40% now accrued. Oh, huge kills again.
Yeah, Ace and Zhao able to find one each again. You know, story of the beginning of the last fight as well as Golden Pants rather gonna just slide away, happy with the results.
Indeed. Okay, so half the point now unlocked. There's a Nana boost here, no fantastic targets. Yibseo Golden Pants likely to be the recipient. And Carpe Diem, I guess the portals can take the space, but they really need an Earth Shot here to actually kill Golden Pants.
Golden Pants has this minefield, not going to find anybody with it, as Machu and EO are able to find one each. Zhao, I believe that was Bob just trucking right through the Tracer, so not going to have that anymore, as Yibs is able to come in and kill Lexa. So now it is a 2 versus 3. 2 kills going the way of Big Ballers or Carpe Diem early. I mean, Machu is able to come back with that shatter kill too. Pulse Bomb not going to find a target, but Carpe Diem left on the ropes here. EO has to just stay alive if they want to have a shot.
Yeah, they do, but it's still point taking up in favor of Big Ballers. Carpe Diem, they're going to need to get OT started.
Machu switched over to the Winston, but Yibs has decided that this map is over right now, and a bit of a get down Mr. President there, but no more for Carpe Diem. Big Ballers are going to take Garden. Very, very interesting first sub map.
Yeah, they got absolutely coaxed there. And also, you really expect to see this kind of full Ana break comp. I thought it was over once both the Ana and break went down, but one of the things about this is, I mean, especially the Tracer and the Pool, they're very self-sufficient, right? They don't need the backline in the same way that Machu and that Reinhardt needs his backline alive. So, because of that, then they're able to just, like, stay alive. They're able to continue pressuring, and because it eventually takes like an Earth Shatter to actually lock them down, then by the time they're actually eliminated, there are respawns there. Big Ballers just are going to win these trickle fights, 9 times out of 10, because of how fast they can often be. Respawning now seems like very similar compositions. I'm assuming it's going to be Ace just ringing and then going back Ana, but it seems like the Juno is an adaptation here.
And now, Machu deciding that the Orisa is the play here, and I don't blame them trying to take care of Golden Pants, who's doing a little bit of Spider-Man up in the top of this map, waiting, slams down, not anybody there to slam on. The Hinder comes through, Golden Pants backs away, trying to play it safe here, gonna grab that health back, but Ace has already dropped the opposite Genji. A great early pick there for Big Ballers, as Carpe Diem are left reeling after another dominant first fight win.
Zhao just finds a double on the backline as well. Golden Pants is doing a great job finding spots to disrupt on this Wrecking Ball, which can be quite tricky into a comp with a Brig and Orisa, right? That amount of CC can really stop you getting those roll-throughs that you want, but doing a fantastic job with this high uptime. Full sale swaps now for Carpe Diem, keeping the backline, but over to the Tracer, over to the Monkey.
Zhao with a nice little Valorant angle there, has to get away from Maju onto the Winston. Oh my god. Zhao is just fragging out right now, cleans the head off of Yui, and just the picks are so unrelenting from Big Ballers.
And I really agree with the swap over to the Monkey. This is generally how I like to counter at ball, but they have so much momentum on the side of Big Ballers now that it might just be too little, too late. Also advantage, and Golden Pants is set up for the Batman Slam.
One more Spider-Man play here, gonna slam down with that minefield ready to go. Not gonna use it here, but hey, can you guess who's in the kill feed first again? It's Zhao. Golden Pants cleans up a couple, and I mean, Carpe Diem could just get nothing going.
It's just a crazy 1-2 punch between Golden Pants and Zhao right now. Golden Pants is the jab that drops the guard, and Zhao just the haymaker that puts him down. 5 ultimates for Big Ballers. The same could be said of Carpe Diem. Machu's a smidgen far though, and the 70%, we're getting close to 1 fight territory here, Fletch.
Oh my goodness. Minefield and Yui thrown up in the air with a pulse bomb. No shot at staying alive there. 0-0. And the rest of Carpe Diem, I mean, they're just getting caught out so quickly. So many times in a row.
Yeah, if the Pulse can take care of him, then the Mines most definitely would have. There's a touch, very likely possible, especially with Yui now on this Sombra, but what can they actually get done with it? There's so many ults still in line for both these teams, actually.
Will they touch? They do get the touch. Pulse Bomb not going to find the target, but Yui falling here. The Orbital Ray going to try to keep Carpe Diem in this fight. Now we're going to see a rally as well. Spec, can you see?
A little bit, yeah. The action's still going back and forth. But ults are receding with the rally still active for not Lexa, but will be dispatched by Golden Pants in the end. Pulse from perspective at best, and big ballers take Oasis and what I can only really describe as a bit of a shellacking.
Yeah, and it was a strange one for sure, wasn't it? I can't really see what's happening even now, but yeah, that was a very strong performance by Big Ballers, and I can see why they're called that, frankly. Golden Pants just was unkillable. I would think the only death Golden Pants had was when they got shattered. Yeah. So yeah, Big Ballers, they've come out, you know, swinging.
That's one way of describing it. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think Carpe Diem didn't really expect this. I feel like the Rhine comp is definitely not what I would do if I knew I was playing into a Bull comp. The only real success they found was when Matthew just pinned the backline and killed 2, but that's not really repeatable. It's not that likely. Now we know what's coming up next, though. We know it's Hybrid coming up next. Then we can maybe start to discuss what map they might choose, right? Because the options are Midtown, Paraiso, Hollywood, right? I feel like your best choice here is going to be maybe Hollywood. I think the chokes there make it kind of hard to play Bull that effectively. He's okay at fighting for the high grounds, but not as commandeering as maybe a Devo or a Winston would be. So I think that's where I would personally take it. I think Paraiso is going to be right out. It's just so easy for you to get pretty much everywhere on the map there. Midtown, a bit of a halfway house, okay for both, but again, I'm just feeling it a little bit more right now. So that's where I would personally go, but we'll see if Carpe Diem elect to do the same thing. Hybrid coming up next. That's where we stand right now.
Yeah, I mean, great first map for Big Ballers. Yeah, I agree. I think that you probably head to... I mean, I wanted to say we're going to Paraiso. And like you said, I agree. This is the best place to go out of these 3 maps for the Wrecking Ball. If you want to stay on this Winston, maybe commit to it a little earlier. I think that could work out to try and halt the unrelenting W key from the side of Big Ballers. Try and... I mean, I don't know. Big Ballers just kind of had their way on map number 1. So for Carpe Diem to, you know, come in here with a proper plan, I mean, I'm gonna need to see something good from him here, or I'm like, Big Ballers just is gonna run away with it, or roll, rather, I guess.
I mean, that's I gotta agree with you there, right? Because what do they do? Like I said, my personal favorite way of dealing with Bull comp is just like mirroring the Bull, but going with a Winston. You're going to be killing the backline a lot easier, right? Because with a Bull comp, you want these fights to be slow, so that the Bull's relatively low damage and high uptime can actually find kills. With Winston, you can just kill the backline faster, because your gun does more damage, essentially. Your bubble makes for much stronger dive threats. So in the meantime, you can normally trade backlines faster, and then go back and deal with whatever stragglers haven't already run off. This is how we played into, for example, like Oyas. However, when they tried it, they were just like so choked out that they were just getting consistently bullied. It's a lot harder to choke you out on a map like Paraiso. So I think that's probably why they've decided to go here. I don't agree necessarily with it. I would have just avoided it overall. But I don't think it's a bad decision either. We're going to have to wait and see though, once we actually get into the server.
I mean, yeah, I agree, right? The dive is very strong here on Paraiso, just in general. Unfortunately for Carpe Diem, that decision also is going to make Big Ballers stronger, because that's what they're doing. I mean, Big Ballers ran Wrecking Ball on University. Like, They are committed to this. We know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. So what are the adaptations? Do they go like a Sombra, maybe? I don't think that that is the absolute best decision, but if you really just can't deal with a Wrecking Ball, cheeky little hack has never hurt anybody except that Wrecking Ball. So I guess as we head into Para-ESA, we will see what the ideas are for Carpe Diem, and yeah, it looks like they're hovering a Sombra Doomfist. Not the dive I expected, but certainly not unwelcome.
Doom here is super interesting. Normally you play Doom to disrupt like brawl cycles. Your punch is really good for annoying like rams, rhymes, all that kind of stuff. You're really hard to catch as well. I guess you're okay at annoying a Wrecking Ball, but I'd rather you just went backline instead. With the Lucio Kiri, I think it's definitely what they're comfortable on. Natnif has always been a bit of a Kiri player. I guess not Alexa 2 would be on the Lucio. It's just a spawn peek and then a swap. But this is super, super interesting here. There's a lot of pressure on everyone hitting the bomb, especially EO though, on the Acro.
Alright, here we go. Yui going back over to that Sombra Natnif onto the Kiri. So, just like you said, Kiriko for Nat here. Golden Pants trying to figure something out. Gonna roll through 0-0. Just taken out so quickly there. No, not enough healing to keep that Echo up. And now not Lexa under a lot of pressure. This Wrecking Ball pushed away for a moment, but will just be able to slide out.
They're so scared of this Wrecking Ball. I would have seen very few like takes of high grounds that are less commanding than that. They're so worried about a disruption, about a kill coming through, that they're not just kind of disrespecting the space that you can kind of do. Ball, you don't have that effective actual control of space in exchange for being able to do it everywhere and all the time. So I'd like to see a little bit more confidence out of Carpe Diem.
Yibs from this high ground sees where Carpe Diem are residing. Now trying to find E00, but I mean Golden Pants has just, 3 kills in a row here for Golden Pants, 3 final blows that is. There'll be some trades here, but it will be big ballers from gaining hold of this point.
Yeah, it looks to continue that way. We're kind of running out of ways to glaze them. I can't lie. Golden Pants is just absolutely in their walls right now. Carpe Diem can't seem to find an answer, even with this Sombra. Just playing right-click Juicy, then he's still finding value. He's still continuing to frag, and Carpe Diem, or down to almost half their time bank already, just seem a little bit lost.
Alright, Carpe Diem coming in 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock here. Slam gonna come through from Golden Pants. A couple of nice stickies there to, push the Wrecking Ball away for at least a moment. Hack out onto Golden Pants. This has got to be their opportunity. Pulse Bomb not gonna find a target, and they are able to track down Golden Pants. Finally, now 0-0. Going to go over to this Brig in the duplicated form, but it looks like it'll just be a hold up the shield and cap the point as Carpe Diem will grab A.
Yeah, I'm really not sure about that. There's a contest. Goldbox is going low. They're fighting for it though.
Yeah, Nano Boost onto the Brig there, so able to get that confident recontest with an unkillable support for a moment. Bob unfortunately runs very, very far away from the point, and Carpe Diem will grab point A, but big ballers don't want to let them go too far with it.
Yeah, they're still fighting back and forth. It's still trades. No one has seemed to win out this fight, even though the point's been unlocked.
Yeah, hack there onto the Wrecking Ball. Yui has the EMP, gonna be able to grab that health pack, get away from the Tracer, and Yibs will decide to finally disengage with the rest of Big Ballers.
So a moment of respite here. Carpe Diem have the beat, got the EMP. This is a super strong fight for them. But Golden Pants could just disrupt all that fight planning instantly. This is so much info from the Bull, same from the Sombra. No secrets in the server, but that's a huge kill.
Yeah, E00 going to fall, and a big anti there on the backline of Carpe Diem claims the life of the Natnif as well. And it will be Carpe Diem going right back to spawn here.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. EO moved over to the Soldier. I'm not sure I'm a fan. I think that's a great target for the Bull Tracer dives. As they're so kindly illustrated, will survive, at least for now, but also won't be able to find any trades.
Yep, able to live there. We will see if this Soldier 76 works out for them. Well, EMP gonna come out. It hits 3. Unfortunately, there's not really any follow-up. The EMP was good but the response from Big Ballers was better.
Yeah, the actual EMP wasn't so bad, but there wasn't really anyone on stage to follow behind it. Yui wasn't committing that hard with it either, just seemed to be like tossing it out there to apply the effects rather than using it to hard commit with like Virus and the SMG. So that was a bit strange. Don't cast one yourself. Golden Pants. Oh, kills dead.
I mean, Ace able to drop a Vitara early. Golden Pants hacked up. Not too worried about it. That hack doesn't last too long without the EMP. So able to stay alive here as Ace puts in that healing. Keep that Wrecking Ball up. Dude on the high ground. Anti-up. Machu has to live, but just can't. That anti is too much, and now the Dodgers, they're locked together. They're holding hands all the way through.
Yeah, that they are, and they're just consistently finding this value. Carpe Diem have really struggled here. They haven't actually won out one clean fight. Honestly, even their take of A came from half of C9, half of a recontest. Carpe Diem got these double support ults. What?
Oh,
that's insane.
Yeah, Yibs able to find not Lexa early as Golden Pants gets ready to go in one more time. Yeah, I mean, just able to get away. Yeah, right over the lip of the edge there.
This is a constant pressure in the background. They have to be terrified of this Wrecking Ball at this point because he just won't go away.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of pressure there onto the Sombra. Able to deny the hack as Gibbs drops 0-0 early. Virus there, and they're able to get rid of Golden Pants. And I mean, this is what they've lacked. It kind of started off their first fight win with the kill on the Golden Pants. They need to follow up there as he's gonna come back soon.
Yeah, have to hope so. 30 seconds left to go. We're in last fight territory. A Yui EMP here would be huge.
Gonna attack out onto Yibs as Matnef throws down the Kitsune Rush. Yui just no help there for Yui to take down the Tracer, and with 20 seconds left, Big Ballers are looking great right now.
There's just nothing stopping them from doing anything in the world. A touch should be possible. I think Machu should have that on lock, but how long will he actually be able to survive there? That's a different question entirely. Mines as well, the Montague. That's brutal.
Not Lexa found out. I think that was an EMP, Jax.
At least a man.
And nobody got hacked. And I mean, with that, Big Ballers they're so chill right now. They are not stressed at all.
Yeah, they're balling. Only thing you can really say about this. I just
switching sides.
Words fail me sometimes. I think that was an insane ball performance from Golden Pants. He's literally an immovable object, just the Angel of Death, permanently glued to Carpe Diem's like behind. I'm actually just wow. That was ridiculous.
I mean, the unfortunate thing is that they needed to kill Golden Pants if they wanted to have a chance at winning anything. We saw them, barely scrape it out on point A, and when they were able to get rid of Golden Pants the second time, unfortunately, the only other player that was close was Yibs. And I don't know if you know this, Tracer can get away pretty quickly. So the disengage came in immediately from Yibs. And Carpe Diem just couldn't kill anybody else, and because Wrecking Ball just comes back from spawn so quickly, that kill didn't end up really mattering.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening here. I do generally think when playing against Bull Comp, I know it says it sucks to ignore the bull, but you have to kind of ignore the bull, right? You have to quickly scale through space to get to whatever the bull isn't protecting by dint of being, a Wrecking Ball rather than a Sigma. That you need to just pressure or weather, that threat. But unfortunately, it didn't seem to be possible for Carpe Diem then. On their own defense here, no more dive shenanigans on a Sig May comp with this Brig backline.
Trying to play super defensive. You do not want to let that Wrecking Ball get close, and Zhao eats a rock, gets taken down immediately by Machu as Yibs looks to try and follow up on whatever Golden Pants is thinking here. Gonna try and go on this Ash and just roll away.
Yeah, I mean, you could just leave any fight you want, and that's why the uptime is so high. He's back with more HP instantly and finds to kill to Yui.
yeah, just turns Yui into a paste on the pavement there. Not able to get away that time is Yui. Zhao on this Widowmaker now. Very interesting pick here. Not going to find the shots just yet that they would like. That shield a little bit annoying, you know, giving them some problems at the moment. Now looking over at the Mei. A little bit of pressure on 2.A. I'm not sure that Zhao is... Okay, finally lands a shot.
This is so
lands
weak.
a shot, finally. Not enough to take anybody down. Finally, Zhao able to charge up the headshot and win the duel there. Take down Natnif. Now under some pressure, backing down, looking for the shots. The rally out from Lexa gonna fade away here now as Carpe Diem are looking for something. This minefield going to be annoying, going to be able to cut them in half. And I mean, Golden Pants rolling through E00, pretty easy.
Yeah, I don't think there's much room for a retake here. Matthew dying so late means you can't have that tank presence to actually breach the choke. So they're going to have to set up for second. Time length's not going to be brutal. It's going to be 5-ish minutes throughout second point. To get halfway through, you can maybe milk 2 fights out of it. If you try really hard, it's not a great scenario at all for Carpe Diem. They really are going to have to seize the day if they want a chance of winning Paraiso here.
All right, one more shot here. 4.5 minutes on the clock. E00 going over to the Widowmaker now. Very, very dangerous decision into the composition that Big Ballers are rocking right now. But I can, you know, just want to take care of their offensive number in Zhao. But now we're seeing why it is such a dangerous decision. I mean, just immediately looked at by Golden Pants and Yibs and taken down so quickly. And Zhao will get traded here. Yui needs to stay alive. Just can't. Machu popped. Where was Machu at with that gravitic flux?
I didn't see that. I barely even heard that. I have no idea what just happened there.
All right, Yibs looking to try and take down this Brig, but with Machu and Nat going down, I mean, this map is looking dire for Carpe Diem.
It really is. I've got to say, we weren't a crazy fan of this map pick, especially the way they've decided to approach it, and we're seeing exactly why here. Carpe Diem, 3 minutes left to go. They've got a recontest with an EMP, but even if that works out, and it hasn't so far, then what are they supposed to do?
I mean, but you're seeing the Wrecking Ball just harass the backline again and again and again into the spawn of Carpe Diem. Machu slams down on the Wrecking Ball, but Natnif is dead. Machu able to get away for a moment, very low as you look up at that health bar. Do they touch the point? Wow, less than a meter remains. Yui's able to drop ace here. Now the rally in from Lexa could keep them up, but it won't. EMP comes out. They get rid of Golden Pants, but now it is a 2 versus 1 where Machu is the one. Can they get away without being, you know, leaving this point to be captured? There's only 1 meter left. Bowbox gets around the corner. Now they're, I don't know, Spec.
Yeah, it's really awkward. There's the threat of C9 as well now. Somebody has got to be in the cart at all times, and being on the low ground as well, that's a death sentence to pretty much everybody bar Matthew.
All right, now the minefield out from Golden Pants, who is very low, but so is the rest of Carpe Diem as Big Ballers just continue to roll.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing exactly why they haven't dropped a map so far in CGL. They are just omnipresent, the only way you can really describe it. Just on this full comp, they don't really need to be able to change, to be honest. It's just they can play this comp anywhere, find success anywhere, and on a map that's good for it, like Paraiso, I mean, there just didn't seem like there was ever much of a chance for Carpe Diem, being completely honest there. I understand why they picked this map, but I think when they cast the die, then they didn't realize that it came up Snake Eyes for them.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the idea to try and disrupt the Wrecking Ball with the Doomfist and the Sombra. Unfortunately, it seems like Golden Pants has had experience. When you play Wrecking Ball for that long, you have the propensity to kind of sniff out Sombras because it's Wrecking Ball. The hack has always been a big disruption for that character. You know, it's a little bit less now with that lockout time being less than a second right now. but still a nice little, hiccup. It can be anyway, but you can tell that Golden Pants has been around the block, has seen everything that there is to see as a Wrecking Ball player. And every time that hack tried to come out on the Golden Pants, they were either able to sidestep the virus or just stop the hack altogether by shooting the Sombra. There was nothing going right for Carpe Diem despite the plans being technically sound.
Yeah, we'll have to see if they can figure something out going into map number 3. Before we get there, though, we're going to go to a break, so we'll be back in 5 minutes or so to see the conclusion of Big Ballers versus Carpe Diem.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Right now, I mean, Big Ballers, I feel like there's no other way to say it, so I'm going to make the pun. They're rolling right now. They just are unstoppable, unkillable. It's absolutely, I'll say beautiful. I mean, this right now, this performance from Big Ballers, it's like as perfect as it can get. They've made like maybe 2 missteps the entire series so far.
Yeah.
It's just been a dominant performance from them.
I genuinely think our ball is on 2 or 3 decks. It's just...
Yeah.
It's unheard of, man. We're 2 maps in, and we're not above, like... We're at, like, 1 death per 10 minutes, something like that. This is, like, actually insane.
I
So
mean,
we just...
yeah.
I don't know. I haven't, like, seen this in a while.
Only 1 on Oasis, right? At the hands of the Earth Shatter. And 2 on the defense of Parisa.
Yeah.
It's just, it's ridiculous. Now, as we head over to Hanaoka, man, I don't know, Spec. Like, what are you thinking? Does this Wrecking Ball still hold the same value that it does on the first 2 maps?
Well, Wrecking Ball doesn't hold any value on the first map anyway. Let's be entirely realistic. Oh, yes, it is a weaker map for Wrecking Ball. I don't think it's as bad as Oasis. It's kind of being a bit more open makes it easier to like roll through, and you still have decent flanks to access. But if I had to bet, I would kind of put it in between Oasis and Paraiso, because it does also have that verticality. It's not ideal. I would really struggle to spin you a narrative that has Carpe Diem coming out the better of this. But I'm not saying it's over for them either. They've had some time to adjust. They've got a fresh new comp by the looks of things. And hopefully, off the back of it, they can finally fight back. Because Golden Pants right now has been just an untouchable menace.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know. This comp
I don't
didn't
know about
work
the
for them at
Zen.
all on map number 1.
I don't know about the Zen
Why?
here at all. You don't have speed for the Rhine. The Zen is going to be a huge ball tracer target. It's nice to have the anti-dive DPS, but that kind of at most forces a deadlock. I just don't see the reason for the not Lexa Zen here.
Alright, well, Yui's just going to have to be a bodyguard here for not Lexa, as Golden Pants hangs ready to slam in whenever they so choose. Gets out for a moment as we head over to point C. Putting the pressure on the point now, waiting for Carpe Diem to have to drop that pin. Just quickly sidestepped there by Golden Pants, hindered for a moment. And for a second, able to get away. Unfortunately, the backline of Carpe Diem not going to be so lucky. Gibbs sees the target, smells the blood in the water, and not Lexa falls. And with that, Carpe Diem's chances are getting pretty low at being able to win out this fight.
Yeah, these super staggered picks as well means that there's no chance for a real recontest. Carpe Diem going to be losing C here, one would very much expect. Machu tries to fight, but can find at most a pin, not even the final blow. Yeah, so C is going to flip over. Ults, not much to speak of. Brownie's going to be online sometime through the next fight. Pulse Bomb, of course, will always be there. Oh my god, how are we finding picks like that? Carpe Diem just can't catch a break.
Machu is absolute right there, and just taken down so quickly. And the point unlocks in 15 seconds, so there may very well be another touch here, as Lexa just gonna play hide and seek with Big Ballers. Carpe Diem cannot find anything.
No, nothing at all. This time they will have a recontest. Gibson though could cancel that with just one button press. This pulse could be humongous.
Caught out there by Yui. Alexa able to find one early. Zhao falls. Unfortunately, Gibbs gets away from Yui and immediately turns their attention to not Lexa. Machu falls after the damage from the pulse bomb. And I mean, this second point is immediately going over to Big Ballers.
I'm really not a fan of this backline at all. I think this is actually the worst backline you could play into a ball comp. They're just getting killed on cooldown. Lamp is forced, they get split and they die. Another pick going through, just unrelenting.
It wasn't even the divers this time, it was the Juno ace. Gets that pick there. Immortality kill goes forced early, and Machu is alone on the point, but got cooked to death there, unfortunately, as the point is going to unlock in 3 seconds. They're minimum gonna get a tick here.
Oh, absolutely. Bob will fade in a bit, and will make this retest a little bit easier, but there's still double support for Carpedium to tap into.
And now that first one going to drop down from the sky. A nice little anti there from Natnip before falling immediately. Transcendence out to deny the second tick. Golden Pants does end up falling, and unfortunately, E00 could not get into spawn far enough. Recall out from Yib's second tick for Big Ballers, and now, I mean, as much as the picks come through, Zhao is just absolutely fragging.
I would expect them to be able to recontest though eventually. The spawns are so close here. Remember that any pick that comes through, yeah, it's just going to keep trading.
Yeah, I mean, that'll do it. Zhao was last man standing, but I mean, Carpe Diem already faced a monumental task, sitting at 4-1 here on Anaoka.
It's going to have to be perfect for them. And so far, it has been anything but a pick already in their favor. Could be it.
Full fun from Yibs, sidestepped by Nat and Nif as Machu tries to come in save the day. Unfortunately, cannot save more than one of their snipers here. It's one unlocks in 3 seconds. They're down 2 players at the moment. This is not looking good. I mean, Big Ballers with this minefield and the helicopter spin around the turn there. Is the Nano gonna come out on to Machu to try and find something, but nothing is being killed here. They're able to get rid of some of the mines, but Machu is so very, very low, and I mean, the EMP going to hit 1, but like, it doesn't matter. The meteor strike comes down, but it's all desperation all the time for Carpe Diem. I mean, they're just they've been sent careening out of the mid-season tournament with, I mean, not a chance.
I mean, I feel like you could count the fight wins on one hand here. Fletch, it's been entirely Big Ballers in pretty much every single fight here. Not Lexa gets dispatched. Yui's down as well. The flip comes through, and the Big Ballers 5-1 here on Clash. That really is the story of this entire series. Just absolutely steamrolling their opposition.
Yeah, I will say that I'm disappointed. But frankly, sometimes you just gotta recognize when a team's better. And right now, it's Big Ballers. It's Big Ballers. I mean, you said it. They hadn't lost a map this season. They've moved to a 15-map win streak now. They are good at this Wrecking Ball composition. I mean, this isn't SNO, so there's no like official MVP like to give, but if I had a trophy, I would hand it to Golden Pants. and if I, you know, had a choice, I would say, hey, Yibs, you can touch it, right? I mean, Golden Pants and Yibs, they were one player today. It was ridiculous. Golden Pants was unkillable, and Yibs was just there at all moments of the day. Carpe Diem's gonna have nightmares about this dive duo.
Yeah, you've got to figure out a response to that, even if just for your own like sanity, because you know the next time you play into a bull team, you know they might not have Golden Pants, but I'd like to see some responses that are a little bit more thought out. I think I've aired my frustrations with the BAP Zen at the end now, and I think we saw exactly how well it was worked out, but I think no more of that. Big Ballers were absolutely the better team today. Even if the most embarrassing thing that happened to them was Zhao on Widowmaker, then I think they can hold their heads pretty high with how they played against Carpe Diem. Today, what more can you say other than they simply didn't seize the day?
Yeah, and it happens, right? Everybody's got to lose eventually, and this is their first match that they've played that they've lost. And you know, I don't know what happened, why they weren't able to put up much of a fight, but it's just an unfortunate truth. Big Ballers, they had the right idea, at least today here against Carpe Diem, and it didn't seem like Carpe Diem really knew what they wanted. They tried the Doomfist, they tried the Winston, they tried the Arista, they tried Winston. They tried everything under the sun, and unfortunately, Golden Pants was just, what if I played a mouse?
I think we're going to go to a short break now while we get an interview. Who else would we have but Golden Pants? We'll disappear for a bit. When we're back, we can pick the minds of the world's biggest ball.
All right, welcome back, everybody. And we were lied to early on. Golden Pants not joining us here for the interview, but we do have Zhao of the Big Ballers. Zhao, what a performance here. 15 maps in a row. How are y'all feeling?
Feeling good. That was a good match. We actually played well. We were just playing our games. We played our comp just around gold pens. Sorry, he's not there, but maybe it's going later in another match if we got to interview again. But like, yeah, we play ball a lot. Maybe only ball because we only play ball is the one trick. So just playing our game.
So my question first is how do you like become or join like a one-trick team? Because obviously you guys only have the one comp. It works obviously super well for you, but how did that like get started? Whose idea was that?
There are a lot of friends. We're all from a console. They were friends, and actually I played with Golden Pants in a scrim, and I was like, oh, he's playing really well ball. So, you know, we can actually play it ball everywhere, every time. So it's just, I don't know. I feel the team was feeling good when I played with them. So I was like, okay, we can try. I tried, and actually that's going well. It's going well.
And then in a bit more of a humorous note, obviously you guys were like frying for all that series. We did have one unfortunate moment though where we swapped to watching you on Para-ESO try and attack, struggling a little bit. Have anything to defend yourself there, or?
On Widow?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, I just saw they're not on my my camera. I was just missing every shot. I was like, no way, they just see me like doing this. No, I don't know. Sometimes I'm very good with Widow, and sometimes I'm just missing every shot. I have nothing to say. Just sorry guys for this.
Well, I mean, ultimately, doesn't really matter. Very, very strong performance overall. Now, y'all move on to play 0907 in the semifinals in this mid-season tournament. Is there anybody in particular that you're looking at that you want to play here that you would think would finally maybe give you a little bit of competition?
Maybe 0907 are just a good team. We know them from Face It. I see their name a lot of times. Maybe that's going to be another match, to be honest. I don't really know a team we really want to face. We are just coming and we are doing our stuff the best as we can and trying to just win everything.
Well, I mean, that's the ultimate goal, and the way y'all are playing, I mean, I think that it's very, very much a possibility. But now, Zhao, as we get ready to send you away to go prep for that 0907 match, is there anybody that you want to shout out? Anything you want to, bring up that maybe we didn't?
No, I just want to... No, nothing to say, just Golden Pants is goated on ball. I don't know, just our backline is playing very well too. Just like IES and Bad Box is just very nice. That's our comp is working too. Like we need a really good backline who's not dying to the dives. That's why I'm keeping they are keeping me alive. And I think that's it. Can't say more. Just we are going for the next match and trying to do our best.
All right, well, best of luck throughout the rest of this tournament and into the back half of the season, Zhao. Thank you for talking to us, man.
Thanks for the cast too. It was nice. I just hear you a bit during the break and it was nice. All was nice.
All right, well, best of luck in the rest of the tournament.
Thanks.
All right. Spec, as we send Zhao home, is there anything else you want to say before we head off here? I mean, there's a couple of things we can say, but I guess I'll let you hop on that. You haven't said anything in a minute.
Yeah, we've got schedule coming up next first, so we were going to remind everybody what games we got earlier today, or later today, sorry. This was the first one. We've got, 4 more at the least coming on. Of course, Big Ballers just pretty cleanly and easily 3-0 Carpe Diem. EMC Helheim v Team.exe is going to be here in 45 minutes, give or take. That's going to be the next game with myself and Fletch. Then we've got Special Forces, the God Stack an hour later, and then we're at Broken 20p Fan Club at 8 p.m. ET. And like Fletch mentioned earlier, maybe some other games there. So firstly, don't go anywhere because the action should continue for the rest of the day. About that series, nothing much more to add. Zhao seemed like a great sport. Obviously played a great game, especially that map 1. That Oasis was pretty insane from him. Obviously, Golden Pants kind of has to be our MVP, but a team performance there. And from Carpe Diem, I know it's going to really suck to lose like this, to be honest, but considering I don't think they practice that much, considering how much success they were fighting in the regular season, they can't take it to heart. I think all they can really do is reset and continue playing, and once we get into the post-season, then they have a chance to exact some revenge. I think it was just luck of the draw. They got a team who's really well suited to beating them. This ball is so strong against the Rhine, they normally would love to play. So a little bit unlucky for them, but that's all from me, I think.
Yeah, I agree, but big ballers though. I mean, if you're a betting man, they've got to be up there in terms of favorites to win not just this tournament but the whole season. They're scary. This big ballers team is excellent at what they do, and I mean 15 maps in a row speaks for itself. So now they move on to play 09-07 in the semifinals of this EUPC Open Tier tournament. But like you said before, action does not stop here. We're gonna cut the stream for a few minutes, just for clarity's sake in the VODs on YouTube. But we'll be back in a little while for the other matches here on the EU side. We've got, it's going to be EMC Helheim versus team.exe on the other side of this break. So, keep an eye on the notifications. We'll be back in just a little while.